Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am IAmPattyJack. Welcome to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is going to be a first impressions style video. I've been playing the game for about 3 hours now. I believe I'm about to go on some super secret mission thing, so this is probably the best time to start recording and to kind of talk about it. So, first things first, going to go over a couple of just little tidbits. I'm running the game on medium settings right now. I was noticing, especially when I was recording, although that is to be expected with recording software, when I had the game up on high, I was getting some frame dips about to around, like, 30 at points. So, not that I have a super high-end PC, I've got a GTX 1070 running with some other crap, so it's not like it's probably like a middle-of-the-road rig. So that's kind of what I've been experiencing so far, though. Although, generally, it runs pretty well. Nothing super game-breaking. Not a fan of the mouse acceleration. There is a bit of that in this game, which is a little bit disappointing, because I'm someone who really doesn't deal well with mouse acceleration. It kind of throws me off, especially if I'm in a firefight or something. Especially in shooters. Why is it ever in shooters? That baffles me to this day. Thankfully, though, I play this game a bit differently from a lot of people. Don't really like to do the shooting stuff that much. I prefer to just kind of sneak around and punch people in the face. So I'm about 3 hours in, and I don't want you guys to get spoiled on it, so I've turned off subtitles. So if you don't want to listen to what they're saying, then probably don't. Not the best idea. Now, I've noticed since I turned the graphical settings down that it kind of makes their hair wig out. I've noticed this in a lot of games, especially with Human Revolution and now Mankind Divided. The hair gets a little bit wiggy. It looks a little odd and shiny, and it's like when it's at lower settings, they kind of try to still, like, render every bit of the hair, but it looks very jaggedy, and then it kind of has this weird, almost, like, staticky effect. I don't really know how to describe it. Adam Jensen looks okay, because he kind of looks more like a robot with it, but this guy doesn't quite suit him as much, as I'm sure you're probably noticing right now. Other than that, though, okay, it does seem like we're going on some ridiculous mission. Yeah, other than that, though, the game runs pretty decently. I know that a lot of people have had a few issues getting it to run properly and stuff, and while it might not be perfect, it's running a lot better than some of the more recent things that have been a big problem in the past. I don't know who this guy is or anything. I have no idea right now. I haven't played a Deus Ex game since Human Revolution came out, so that was a thing. Good game, though. I really enjoyed it. Another thing performance-wise I really like about this game is that it puts pretty much all of the stress of the game over on the GPU, which is something that a lot of games don't do. No Man's Sky in particular recently had a huge problem with putting all the stress over on the CPU, and it's like, well, I have a kind of older i5 right now, so it's nice that when a game comes out, it can put all the stress over onto my brand new GTX 1070 that can handle it and everything else. Oh man, did you see that hair like reflection right there, right on the guy's hairline there? There's like this weird reflection. You can see all like the static I was talking about on lower settings and stuff. It's really weird, and it looks like his eyebrows are like trying to tune into a TV channel, but it doesn't quite work. It's weird.
He stays quiet.
But again, that's mostly due to the settings I have it on. So it's not really a big deal, except if you have like a lower end PC and you're trying to run this game, you might run into things like this a bit more often, which is a bit of a shame. Thankfully, even with my recording software right now, I'm running at like 55 frames. It might even be at 60. Sometimes my recording software kind of lies to me as to what it's running at.
Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district, number 237.
So far, though, no, I'm quite enjoying the game. You know, it's got, not a whole lot. I don't really care about this.
Let's get this over with. Yeah,
let's get it over with. You know what we're doing, Adam. You got this. So far, it reminds me a lot of Human Revolution, which is a good thing, because I really enjoyed that game. It was definitely something that I would go back and play again. I played that game mostly on the PlayStation 3 at the time, but then I did get it on PC. I never actually tried it, though. Maybe it runs a lot better. The guy's sparkly beard and hair make me laugh, kind of, actually.
Keeps me honest.
I don't know if it's because they tried to give that guy a little bit of, like, a gray tinge in his hair. Okay. I don't really care about this. This is fine. Yeah, I don't care. Should we leave? Probably. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's do this.
I can probably load back and do the rest of it at some point. This game kind of has hubs, so when you're going through it and you leave one area, it could be like a different timeline when you get back, like it'll be like a week or so later, or whatever. So inherently things might have switched around, changed around a little bit. So let's go and do some combat missions of some sort. Let me skip through this. I think it's trying to skip through. It's trying to load through the game right now into the next section. I've noticed that load times are a bit of a problem in this game. They can be rather long, ridiculously. I've noticed a decent amount of graphical glitches as well, as I'm sure we'll see when we actually get into some gameplay here. The cutscenes look rather nice. Locked at 30 frames though, it seems, which always isn't super great. Kind of looks jarring. Remember Dragon Age Inquisition did the same thing. Wasn't a huge fan of that. It really kind of took you out of the experience, and I find it still does. So you can see at the bottom, it's still trying to load. And I don't know if it's just waiting on this cutscene or if it takes a while, but when I launched the game earlier and it was trying to load in for the first time, it took absolutely forever. So I'd love to see that kind of like fixed. That'd be wonderful.
Whatever you say, boss.
And again, this is going to vary based on what system you have. But I would imagine that with my system, it should be a little bit faster than this. That thing reminds me of the vertibird. Is it a vertibird from Fallout? And then the other Strike Force carrier things from XCOM. They send your entire squad in. Very similar. Totally ripped it off, jokes. See what I mean, though? It's taking forever to load. No idea what the deal with that is. It's a problem I've been having. I've heard a few other people having it as well. Again, though, maybe you're not having that issue. But it's, yeah, it's a thing that should be solved, hopefully. There we go. Seems to have jumped pretty far forward there. Thankfully, once I actually get into the areas, they don't seem to have that many problems, so that's always nice. I don't know what else to say. It's a black screen. There we go. Okay, we just fell all the way down there. Ugh. That texture not super good. Again, we're on medium settings. What I will say is it's nice when they don't just cut it off. They have kind of like a black little border around these. Ew, cockroaches. That's a nice touch, actually. But the cell shading thing kind of actually helps a little bit, especially from a distance. It makes it look less crap. But all in all, this game actually looks pretty good. I did not mean to take out my rifle. That's a tranquilizer rifle. You'll see a lot of really cool different things that you can utilize in this game. So far, if you played Human Revolution at all, you're going to be just at home. It's going to be like very, very similar. They've introduced, I'll show you these right now. These new like experimental augmentations, like remote hacking. I've used this, if you remember the Peps gun from the last game, now you can just literally shoot that out of your damn wrist, which is pretty cool. Then there's things... yeah, like slowing down time, which is something that you see in pretty well every FPS at this point these days. Then the Icarus dash, which I've seen used, it's like you can basically teleport, kind of like Dishonored, you know, where you can teleport from place to place and still remain in stealth. So that could come in super handy later on in the game, I'm thinking. I love these little hub areas. They've always got things going on, people always doing things, stuff happening, even though the people are mostly standing around. Having this just kind of makes everything look a bit more neat. I guess the premise of this game being more like people and augmented people are still not getting along, considering the events of the last game, which I won't spoil. Let's just say it made things a whole lot worse. Then there's these guys. These guys have been bothering me for identification forever. These guys actually look like the Advent from XCOM as well, like their helmets look very similar. Except they obviously aren't, because they have, you know, human faces, and it is a completely different game series. And being Deus Ex, I would assume I can jump up onto this somehow. There's somehow I can get up there. Probably a ladder around here. There's a ladder right here that we can go climb up. So while we're in these places, we can actually check out all the different things we can interact with. That does drain our battery life, but anything that's like highlighted you can interact with in some way or another. Like we can see all the guards and stuff. I don't know if this was in Human Revolution or not, I can't remember, but it's a neat little feature. Okay. What is this? Oh god, didn't mean to climb up onto that. That's fine, though. Some pistol ammo that we can just take willy-nilly. That's always been a weird thing in these games. You can just kind of take everything, and no one really cares. There's not really much of a well, there's a trespassing system, but there's not like a stealing system, per se, really, in the game. I'm just gonna turn the... No, I want to turn it on. Never mind. What was I doing? So far, though, I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the story a lot. And that's kind of what I play these games for. Like, I literally am just playing on the most casual mode. Just because I don't necessarily have time for the super hard modes. And I honestly just like... kind of like feeling like a god when I'm playing games, to be honest. Might sound a little bit like... I have a god complex. Well, I totally do. But... I mostly just like playing games for the story, to be honest, especially RPGs and stuff. I like making choices and things. I'm a big fan of like Telltale-style games. Got a mine template somehow. I'm just exploring around and talking about the game right now, by the way. Not doing anything specific. This is a container, apparently, that has nothing in it. Good to know. Awesome. Yeah, no, I just like playing this game because I really enjoy this universe, you know? It's a very interesting universe, lots of stuff going on. Ew, it's a squatter den. That's gross. You see a lot of these around in this game. How do we use the toilet? Just flushes? Okay, good to know. That's cool, so happy that that interactivity's in the game. Hydraulic micro pump. I guess that's sellable loot. That's kind of cool. You can search these. Hacking software. I'm okay with that. Whatever that is, that's cool. So this game is about inventory management as well. So again, if you play Human Revolution, you know you only have a set inventory. You can unlock more of it. And then I've got things like my rifle, my pistol, and my stun gun. So those are all things that happen. Crafting parts, don't really care about those. I'm mostly just someone who likes to run around and kind of like do non-lethal stuff anyways. If I can run around with 1 battery health and just knock people out one by one, I'm totally happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually go around to try to get into kind of a more combat or stealthy-oriented scenario, and then we'll talk about it more when I find that here. Alright, so we've got kind of an objective to go do right now. We have to go infiltrate said area up here somehow. So we'll go in there, we'll kind of just do a little bit of a demo on how that's done. Not really going to care whether I get caught or not or anything. Normally I'd be like, no, I have to be stealthy and save scum, but don't want to do that right now. So what we got to do is figure out how we're going to get down there. Now, the problem is they've kind of got guards and stuff literally everywhere, so we're going to have to figure out how we can do that. Oh, we can actually level up as well, so let's go ahead and do that. That was the wrong button to hit. I'm so professional, I know, right? So yeah, you can level stuff up in your skill tree and everything. Pretty standard stuff, to be honest. Might level up. Social Enhancer actually sounds kind of cool. So I guess this one can just help me out when I'm doing like choices and things like that. So operation, blah 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 blah. Strategies will manipulate and persuade subjects during social interactions. I can do that. So we'll buy that thing. Then we have one more that I'm gonna save until I can get something else as well. All right. So let's go see if we can get into this area somehow here. This guy doesn't look like he wants to let us past. So we could, you know, shoot our way through, I guess. Probably the worst idea ever, though, so I'm gonna go take a looky-see how else we can do that. And it looks like I could move these boxes, potentially, actually. That might be an idea. Any other way to go? Looks like no one's actually even looking, either, which is kind of hilarious, so let's go ahead and just, move these out of the way. Of course, Deus Ex is historically about kind of like finding different ways to solve things. There's usually 2 or 3 ways, at least, to solve any given scenario. What we're actually going to do here, too, is be super smarty pantses. Kind of wall it off here so they don't see me enter here, because as long as I'm crouching, I feel like I'm behind these boxes, technically. Just going to take a look here. With our handy-dandy little wall hacks. Okay, so it seems like we're kind of okay over here. No one wandering around in our general direction yet. Good to know. That's good. But we are going to have to be careful here because, you know, people can see us. And if we're seen in this restricted zone, tell by the route on the minimap, then we will get in a lot of trouble. Which is not super helpful. Okay. We could try to lure said guy over to us and then take him out, possibly drag him into that room. Might be the best option. Let's go find something and kind of like... We'll grab this bucket. And we'll toss it over yonder, I think.
I heard something. Come on.
Oh, looks like we got the wrong guy to come check it out, which is kind of annoying, I must say. I mean, the guy that was right beside us decided to just ignore it, and that's alright, I guess. Thankfully, though... Oh my god, what did I do? Well, so this is Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and I seem to have divided a man somehow inside a wall. His partner hasn't noticed. Alright, this is not exactly the tech demo I was looking to show you, but that's a thing that happens regardless. I don't know if I can drag him out. Hopefully we can kind of just take this guy out without anyone noticing. That would be the ideal thing to do at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't get stuck in a wall. Okay, let's just drag this guy over here. I mean, it worked. That's about all I can... That's about all I can really say about that. Okay, come on, get your butt over here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Eh. I find that dragging stuff is kind of hard with the keyboard, because you have to hold E, but then you have to still be able to, like, use the WASD keys. It's really weird. Okay, well, I guess that guy kind of hid most of himself already. Can I drag him over here? Not really. Well, I guess he's still knocked out. That's a thing that happens, evidently. I gotta say, I'm quite happy, at least, that this game is running decently well. Like, even when I'm recording here, I'm still getting a solid 50 frames in this area. I mean, it does vary quite a bit, but still. I do enjoy it. So, alright, is there a way to turn this thing off, is the question. What the hell? There's someone right there? Why is there someone right there? This is, alright. Well, I'm very glad he didn't clip through that other wall, because otherwise I would have been in some big doo-doo. I guess I could probably turn this off over on this side here. Somewhere. Or not. We may just have to wing it here. Oh god, no, don't see me, please. Okay, so it looks like this thing does turn off for a decent amount of time at some point. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to really time this well. Aw, man. So that didn't work out so well. So the alarm system has been tripped. I would assume someone is trying to come and get us, but they're not. That other guy's just standing there. It looks like the guy up top might be doing something. That's okay. He can go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. Not super worried about them right now. So we're gonna loot this area, see what the dealio is, see if there's anything cool. We can actually X-ray to see if there's stuff in it, which there really isn't. There's some revolver ammo that we don't use, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, alarm system, I get it. You know I'm here. That's cool. Open door, please. Oh, it's a cutscene. Interesting.
Watch it. The cops are everywhere today.
So while we're doing this cutscene, take a moment to notice how bad the lip syncing in this game is, because this is also something that's carryover from Human Revolution. The lip syncing is historically not super good in this game or the games past, and it's not a huge thing, but it's something I'd love to see created. Because like sometimes it doesn't look like they're even saying the right sentences. It's very odd.
You know I can't help you. It's too dangerous now.
Okay. I'll reassure him because I'm a super nice guy.
Tibor, I can get you out of here. And then what? They go back to my housing unit and take me again? And what if you're not there?
No, no. Please, that will just make it worse. They know who I am. They went after my family.
Well, this guy seems like he's in a pretty rough spot, so we should probably help him out somehow.
Safety. There is no safety. Only tyrants who prey on the weak.
I don't know if it's like the lip syncing that's off, or if it's like there's like a delay in when they say things, you know, and when the actual audio comes in, because that's a problem in Skyrim for a lot of people. They're like a half a sentence behind with the lip animations usually.
There's a man.
It's really weird.
Smuggler, Louis Galloway. He imports items for Talos, neuropazine, whiskey. He could get you in, but you'd have to do him a favor. He likes favors.
That's something. Any other ideas?
My keycard to get to Ark territory is gone. One of the cops took it. Probably still...
Okay, we can just kind of skip through this, I think. Come on, get back in the game. So we got to
Jane, get a message to Miller.
get out of here and go do something, I guess.
Why am I not surprised?
He's just looking after his family.
Well, anyways, we kind of showcased most of the stuff other than the gunplay. So I guess I could do that very quickly. The gunplay is what you'd expect out of everything, you know?
Let me know when you're in.
So I guess we could go just, like, start a firefight somewhere. Let's go ahead and do that just for funsies. We'll get a good look at it. I mean, these stun guns, you shoot them, and then it takes a second for it to kick in, then they just kind of get knocked out. So that's the thing that happens. But we can just give it a little bit of a playtesting here. That didn't actually kill him either, which is a bit odd. I would assume a headshot would, you know, do something. You die pretty quickly in this game, so that's the thing that happens. We take out those. Yeah, we can take out the security cameras, which is really nice. And that's an armored bro, so I don't really want to deal with him very much right now. That did literally nothing. Okay, cool. So as you can see, gunplay is obviously not the thing that you want to be striving for in this game unless you absolutely throw all of your enhancements and augmentations and skill points into. And again, like, that was the first time I even used the gun in this game, and I kind of knew I wasn't going to do super well. Well, that's just because, like, again, I was not in the situation where I should have been doing that, and yeah, it feels like regular gunplay, and that's totally fine. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. I'd be super appreciative. I am PattyJack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.